The first thing that appealed to me about coming to New Orleans with this team from the SOJC is kind of the culture of the SOJC. It's people who are really passionate about storytelling and really care about the work that they're doing. And when we come together, it's just a magical thing, like what we accomplish together and the things that we learn together. So that was the first big draw of joining in this trip. The other one is just being here in New Orleans. I've never really been to the South. This is kind of a new world and culture for me, and I was really excited to get to meet people down here and to kind of understand this other part of the country that I live in.
It feels like home. Everything from the humidity to smiling and nodding to people on the sidewalk to seeing so many faces. It feels like home to me. I love to travel and I love to get around, but when I'm in this environment, it just feels like I belong.
So my dad is actually from Louisiana, Lake Charles specifically, and periodically would come to New Orleans and vibe and hang out just as a family on family trips, coming back for family reunions. And I've always loved this city. The energy has always been absolutely immaculate and something that I look forward to experiencing all the time. And so it's just, I love it here.
So what interested me in joining this project was just being down here and being able to tell people's stories. I've always been a people person. I love talking to people, I love listening. So to be able to be down here like in their culture, in their house, really, really intrigued me. I just wanted to be able to tell these stories so people can really feel the impact that both these hurricanes had on the community. Also just really share how amazing their culture is.
In general, I've never really traveled from this side of the country, and especially from even my small hometown of Hermiston, Oregon. So to come here to experience a different culture, people who also come together by different things and traditions and music is also very eye-opening.
When I first decided I wanted to be a documentary filmmaker, it was the in-field reporting trips at the University of Oregon that made a world of difference for me. Getting to go out into the field with equipment from the school and fail and fail and fail over again and learn through that failure and finally learn how to produce a documentary and learn how to interview and work with people that you've never met before. That's what really made a difference in my education, I think. This is a full circle moment for me, and I cannot wait to work with students out in the field just like I had the opportunity to do just over 5 years ago.
It's Wednesday morning, bright and early. We got up with the sunrise and we're ready to go see Houma. So stick with us.
We've gone out so far to shoot with JL, with Aaron. We've gone out to shoot with Camden, And I have been hearing nothing but great things about these stories, and I'm really excited by the progress that our students are making.
And what keeps you staying here, like knowing that this region is so coastal and like that these things can have such a destructive economically, but also like within like emotionally through your homes that you're building? What keeps you staying knowing that these things happen regularly?
It's been great to watch Camden gain confidence as a director. He's really looking a lot more comfortable giving subjects direction, especially while conducting interviews. He's been super clear about having subjects talk in full sentences and really taking the time to set up proper lighting, I think, to make, interview subjects look both well lit, but also, making them feel really comfortable. Today, I had the pleasure of watching Aaron set up an interview.
Can you state your name in full and spell it out for me?
He is also so professional and really, really great at taking the time to think about where is the light coming from, how can we get the best possible sound during these interviews. At the yoga shop with Jael, I got to see her interview for the first time, and she was so calm, so cool and collected. I think that she's going to make a great potential narrator also in her story. Just the way that she asks questions and connects her own interest in the story is really cool. And I think it's part of the beauty of this job of getting to sit and experience these, worlds and communities that you didn't grow up in.
The biggest thing that I'll take away from this whole experience is learning to be more careful and researched when you're stepping into somebody else's life and not moving into a space that you don't know anything about, because there is a lot of potential error and damage that can be done when you're handling people's stories, and you want to make sure that you are stepping in there as well equipped as you possibly can be and know whether or not you're ready to.
I definitely feel like I'm a stronger journalist at the end of this. I think I've learned how to talk to people in a way that still gets their story across, but still resembles the spirit of respect for them, and really getting the point across that I'm here to hear their stories. But just being immersed in a culture that is so welcoming and so bright. This is my first time in such a rich culture, and I've loved every single second of it.
I think for me, I realized that journalism comes so easily to just have a conversation with someone. So thinking now how we're out here hearing people's stories and highlighting them in a way that we can also do the same wherever we're at. For me, it's about coming to sense that journalism is happening all the time, and those conversations can be had and can be documented where we go.
I have been floored by the level of self-confidence that I've seen from students from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. I feel like we are way more confident in the journalistic decisions and the projects that we're working on and how we approach these conversations. It's been really cool to see students gain confidence in themselves. And I think that as they move forward in their careers, it's only up from here. This has been really special for me to see growth in just 7, 8, 9 days here.